Welcome everyone, it is me Dennis again, back with another video. If you bear with me for a few minutes, I will tell you exactly how and when I decided to quit my job, and I'll tell you my story how I became my own boss, my own entrepreneurship journey. So it wasn't really that easy. It was about making a decision that I guess as all of y'all like are tired of. Like me especially, what basically happened to me was that I hated in my job. I remember just going uh, apply for one job and then another job, and then they would use my help for maybe a couple years, and then they just say, "Well, something is we're going to lay off people," and I was tired of a lot of jealousy and envy at those warehouse jobs. Like you will get like some of y'all could were your friends, but honestly, what made me quit my job was the fact that I was like always questioning everything. I would always ask myself, "This is it? Is this what I was born for? Just to work and be slave and not make any?" It wasn't none of my expectations at all. So one day, I was 7 years ago. I was a warehouse worker, and I saw a lot of people getting fired at the job. Like most of, I would say maybe like three people getting fired every week. So I asked my boss one day. I say, "Hey, his name was Ron. Ron, I'm gonna get fired too." And he's like, "No, you're not. You're staying here for a while." And then I went ahead and asking for a raise because I was working too much. I was working. I was super tired. I was drained. I was exhausted. I didn't have any time to kind of create anything in my mind. I was just getting home really tired for a little bit of paycheck. I was making about probably $13 an hour back then. Uh, but on the side hustle, I was buying makeup like cheap from overseas and selling it here. And I started selling makeup, and I realized that I was making what I was making in a day, I was making more in hours. So I guess I was kind of thinking, like, should I quit this job? Like, and I also knew skills how to do like cleaning and stuff. Like, and I always wanted it in my heart, like wanted to always clean like the inside of the cars, like mobile detailing. But the fear inside my mind was telling me, like, well, you probably need to get that paycheck every Friday. And if you don't have it, then you may no longer have any income coming. So I guess we all been through there before. And I was questioning myself many, many times. But one day I made the decision. I showed up at work, went to work, and then something was going on about, I don't know, there was a lot of arguments all over the place, a lot of gossiping at the job. So I told them one day, "Hey, guess what? I think I may just need my paycheck. I renounce. I quit this job." And they're like, Are you sure about it? You're gonna regret it." I'm like, "No, I probably won't." So I didn't even have another second job to like I had to take some time off, and I had to like kind of like think what I was gonna do next. So I went ahead and they pay me. I walked away from it, and they just say, "Thank you very much for your help." So I felt like kind of not mad or sad. I felt kind of like disappointed at the moment because all the help that I gave for them, it seems like they didn't really appreciate it much. So I went ahead and bought me this small machine that randomly out of nowhere started advertisement on Marketplace that I was cleaning cars. I went ahead and cleaned a truck, and the money that I was making, not even in a day working 9 to 5, I made it in about an hour. So I was like, "This is it. I'm done." I started buying a little bit of equipment here and there, like chemicals and stuff. And I didn't really care about negativity or people telling me, "Oh, go get a regular job, just get a 40 hours job," and start. I was like, "No, man, let me give it a try." And if I fail, I told like family and friends that if I would fail, like I was gonna do like some type of uh like I was gonna do like something that I was gonna increase, the income. I wanted it. Really wanted it in my heart. So what I basically did, I just took time, like I was patient, and as it seems like I was getting more and more jobs, and I was like, well, this is great. I love it. I was happy with what I was doing, and I was buying more chemicals, and it was great. It was a great experience. I was like like I'm very good at talking. I'm very good at socialize. So I started like meeting good people, and as something in about a couple of years, something else came up that I knew how to clean sofas. So I started doing upholstery cleaning, and I started doing like something that I did in the past, like air duct cleaning, and I got into the business of the cleaning. Also got into the chimney sweep business, and I started doing a lot of cleaning, like dryer vent cleaning. So what I basically put in my mind was like, I'm gonna live day by day. I'm not gonna think of what's gonna be next week or next month. So m- that's my story, kind of, in a way that it was hard. It was really super difficult to make that decision to quit that job, and to my mind was telling me when I wasn't really getting that many jobs to go back to they told me the doors are open. So I thought about going back to that place, but I knew eventually they were gonna just pay me the same. They didn't even give me 25 cents a raise. So I was like very not wanting to go back. I wanted to kind of like prove myself that I could do good. And since that day, I became my own boss. I became an entrepreneurship, like in a way that I don't feel like I hate working 9 to 5. I may not go back to working 9 to 5 ever. Like I'd rather just, I don't know. There's so many options right nowadays. Like you could invest money on advertisement, and like if you have good skills, like you could even start opening like a business such as handyman, and that's what I do too. Sometimes handyman, like many different services that I offer, and I like what I do. If you hate your job, you're in the wrong spot, and so I was just following my intuition, my heart. I wasn't really paying attention of the external, like what people would tell me, because society, they just want you to work 40 hours a week. Society doesn't want you to. The system just wants you to work 9 to 5, get paid, and then come back. It's like I was like, man, I was always tired. Like I was so exhausted by many different tasks every day. Like I would do like in the morning, and be like, you got to do this today, and I was like, man, I cannot deal with this no more. I didn't like to have a boss, so I didn't like to be like. So I guess since I was a kid, I've been this way. Like I always question everything. So I don't know. I think anybody can do it, regardless of either you're introvert or extrovert. You just gotta have to give yourself a chance to kind of like try at least. So my story wasn't simple. What I basically did was like I had to take that decision to tell my boss that I was no longer gonna be working there, and I also had to take the decision to kind of like take action on my next project, on my next move, because I didn't have any income at all at that time. So I needed to have some income to in order for me to kind of move on the next step. But I guess as you go along the way, you could achieve anything in life. you don't have to, you have, it's all about your mindset. So I quit my job and I'm happy about it. I love what I do now into the cleaning services, and I don't have any regrets at all. I would have probably still been there by now, just working, not making any money, being mad, sad, angry, and grumpy. So they keep you trapped into that system. Like, yeah, we're gonna give you uh overtime and you get paid more, but at the end of it, you're completely lost, you're completely tired, and you waste all your energy, your effort. So my thing is, if I had to create tomorrow more different kind of source of incomes, I would do it. So I was using a lot of the physics, the strength, instead of using my mind. So I decided to work smart instead of hard. So I'm always being very stubborn with life. That's one good thing about me. It could be bad too as well, but always been stubborn in a way that when I want something, I like to work for it. Either if I get it or if I don't get it, I'll still, like if I fail 3 times, I would probably like to wake up next morning and start doing it differently, like in a way that even though I know the emotions sometimes are not in the greatest mood, like it's not so, you don't feel so motivated, but you have to start finding your own motivation in order to elevate, in order to believe yourself, in order to be confident, in order to achieve your goals, to follow your dreams, in order for you to kind of, anything is possible in this life. Anything. You just gotta have faith. You gotta have hope. You gotta pray God in the morning, and just have that intuition that gives you peace and tells you you can do this. You're gonna do it. You're gonna achieve it. Just gotta believe it. That's all you gotta do, and work for it, and have no doubts about it, and stay away from negative people, negative places, and negative atmospheres. So the best thing for you would be to kind of like work hard and like try and see how it goes. Because my story, I'm here to help others in a way that it may inspire other people around the world in order for you to quit your job. If you hate it, if you do love it, stay there. But if you hate it, just try to start something that you're passionate about it, and then see how it goes. So I hope you all having a wonderful and amazing day. Y'all take care.